Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you how to graph a system of inequalities using the app on your calculator called Inequalz. So we're going to find that app by hitting the app button and going down to number 6, Inequalz, and we're going to hit any key. Now you're going to see that this looks very familiar. It's our y equals screen, but if you look closely, there's an x equals up in the corner. So that will allow us to combine inequalities that are solved for y and ones that are solved for x, especially these vertical lines. Okay, so you'll notice up here it says select relation by using the left arrow and then hit enter. So I'm going to hit the left arrow, it's going to put a box around that, and I'm going to hit enter. When I hit enter, I'm going to see that it lets me choose my color. Blue is fine, but down here, instead of equals, I'm going to use the right button to cycle through until I see less than or equal. Then hit enter, okay. Now hit the right arrow so you can enter in the 2x minus 3. Hit the down button. We're going to repeat the process. Go left until you see that box. Hit enter. Red is fine. This one I want it to be greater than. Once I get that, I hit enter and OK. Hit the right button so that you can enter negative 1/2 x plus 2. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to say negative 0.5 because that's 1/2, and then x, and then plus 2. And that's it for those. But now I need to do this x less than or equal to 5. So I'm going to use my up arrow till I highlight that x equals spot and then hit enter. And there's my x equals screen. I'm going to do the same kind of thing there. I'm going to go left. And now, since I already have one that's blue, let's make this one green. And instead of an equal sign, I want this to be less than or equal to. Hit enter, OK. Right button until I can enter in that 5, and we're done. So let's see what happens when we graph this. There's the first inequality, the second, you can see the dotted line, and then there's the third. Now, in this case, I can pretty much see that what I have as my intersection is this triangle, but sometimes it can get a little messy the more inequalities you have. So if you notice up here, it says inequality menu is second calc. So I'm going to type in second calc, and to the right, there's that inequality menu. So from here, the only ones that we're interested in are number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is points of intersection, and number 2 is the inequality intersection. And right now it says it's going to do that in blue. That's what I want. That's totally fine. So I'm just going to hit number 2 and see what happens. It's going to graph the first inequality again, just like it did before. Then it's going to graph the second one, but it's only going to include the points that are in the intersection. So you see some of the points disappearing there as it graphs. And then there's the third one. So what's left is that triangle of intersection. And now the last thing I want to show you is if I go back to that menu, second calc inequalities, number 1 is points of intersection. So I'm going to choose that. And up in the corner here, the first thing on the left is the y1, which means as I hit the right arrow, it's going to go back and forth between the points of intersection that are included with y1. So here's y1 with line y2, here's y1 with x1. If I use the up or down arrow, it's going to jump to something else. Notice here, now what's listed first is the x1. So as I push my right and left arrow, it's going to give me the points of intersection that are used when I stay along the line x1. Now if I do that one more time, now it has me on y2, and it's going to show me the points of intersection with the line y2. So here's y2 with y1, here's y2 with x1. So the calculator down here will give you the points of intersection for all of these 3 points. Couple last things that I wanted to mention. First of all, if you want to go back to the full graph, you can do second calc inequality And then number 4 is the original shading. So if you choose number 4, it will go back and it will graph the full inequalities, and you can see the intersections as you did before. And then the last thing is, it would be a good idea for you to exit the app once you're finished using it. So to do that, go to Apps, go back down to Inequalz, and then number 2 is Quit. So if I choose number 2 and quit, I'm out of the app, and now you have the same information is still included there, but now it doesn't have the inequality option. Okay, that should do it.